time to get back to the old format of doing videos again. I hope you guys are enjoying my therapy session videos, the confessions of a disgruntled WWE fan. It's just me just talking about all my issues with the WWE and how they do things, and I just think hopefully my concerns and my views are echoing with you. If you disagree, if you agree, I could care less. The response I'm getting alone, I'm grateful for. Again, I'm not someone that cares about how people respond. If you hate it, you hate it. If you love it, you love it. That's fine with me, as long as you understand where I'm coming from. As long as you see where I'm coming from, you can picture why I'm angry, and you can at least understand why I'm angry. You don't have to agree with it. If you agree with it, thank you for relating to me. But as long as you understand and there's no miscommunication, that's all I care about. Thanks to all who have watched it, and to those of you who have not watched it, please go check out those videos. I've only done 3. I'm going to do 2 more coming this week, so watch for those. But it's going to be a 5-video series. The 5th one is a doozy. Watch out for that. But getting to this video now. This is my thoughts on the end of a great rivalry. No, I'm sorry. Not great. Epic. The end of the epic John Cena and Randy Orton rivalry that was stated by the WWE. Apparently, John Cena and Randy Orton had their very last match ever this past Raw. Now, let me ask you guys this. Do any of you believe that BS? Because I don't. Seriously, I think that was WWE's way of going, no, please don't crap on this match. Please, it's the last time, guys. Please, one more match, guys. Just one more, and that's it. You will never, ever get it again. You will never, ever, 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 ever get it again. And then 3 months later, we get it again. And then that time, it will be, okay, it's the start of a new chapter. It's the start of a new book. It's the start of something new, making some type of excuse to put John Cena and Randy Orton on TV. What the hell ever. Guys, and okay, let me start off by saying this, because I don't want to get off to a bad start or on the wrong foot. My problem with this rivalry has very little, if not anything, to do with John Cena and Randy Orton. In other words, I don't hate this rivalry because I don't like Cena, or I don't hate this rivalry because I don't like Randy Orton. As a matter of fact, I'll happily admit Randy Orton and John Cena have had good matches. I'll admit that. I feel like most of their matches were kind of, and I feel like WWE overrates it a lot, but I'll happily admit that they've had good matches. I think their best match as of today is Cena versus Randy Orton, Iron Man, 2009. Yeah, that to me is their absolute best match. No match has topped that match. Their TLC match was, out of all the matches they've had, I guess it would rank below the I Quit match they had. It's kind of like the Iron Man, then the I Quit, and then TLC, and then Hell in a Cell, and then everything else just falls below it. This past Raw, I felt like a lot of people are saying that this was a great match. It really wasn't all that good. I went back and I watched it, by the way. I didn't watch it when it first aired. I turned it off because I didn't want to see that match. But from what I saw of that match, first half was just headlocks, and the crowd was sitting on their hands. And then I went back and finished it, and then they did the whole punch, which usually gets yay, boo, yay, boo. It got nothing but boo, 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 boo. It really wasn't all that well received. But, how should I put this? It was still an acceptable match. It was decent. That's the best word I can use for it. It was decent. I won't say it was terrible. But at the same time, compared to the past matches they've had, it kind of ranks below top 5. You know what I'm saying? It was good. It was decent. But it wasn't anything worth remembering. It won't even top this year's Match of the Year candidates. Guarantee you. I mean, Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt beat the hell out of that. Any match involving Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton beat that match to death. Cesaro versus Randy Orton that's going to happen this week is going to beat that match. Seriously. And I'm not just saying that because I'm an internet mark. No, I really do feel like that match on Raw was not all that good. It had maybe a good last 5 minutes that got the crowd engaged into it. But for 5 minutes out of a, 15-minute match? That's not really all that spectacular to me. But if this is the last match to end out their epic rivalry, I guess it could be worse. I mean, they did their best. I can't really hate on Cena and Orton when it comes to the rivalry. They have no choice. Whatever the WWE wants, they have to do. If they told them to go out there and have 20,000 matches, they can't just say no. They gotta do it. But still, because of how overrated and overplayed and just repetitive this feud has gotten, I'm sorry, the word epic is the last thing I think of when it comes to Cena and Orton. Now, please, listen to what I have to say before you just write me off as an internet fan that just hates these guys, because I don't hate Cena and Orton, like I said. Because, again, I am willing to admit that Cena and Orton can have good matches. Cena has had many good matches with CM Punk. Daniel Bryan as well, with others. Randy Orton, same thing. CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Cesaro's going to be great. Can't wait for that match. And other people on the roster. But in terms of an epic feud, when I think about epic feuds like Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, Undertaker and Kane, Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. The feud between Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart changed their careers. Literally, from the Montreal Screwjob until they retired. It really, really did. Rock and Austin pretty much made each other in their feud. Taker and Shawn had, still in my opinion, one of the best WrestleMania matches of all time. But also, brought about Hell in a Cell and done other great things. You know what I'm saying? Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit literally raised the bar for submission matches. That was an awesome epic feud. Those are epic rivalries. I can go to legends. I can go to Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage. I can go to, Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man Randy Savage. I'm stuck on Macho Man for some reason. But you get the idea, right? Those are epic rivalries. Rivalries that when you watch them over and over and over and over again, you don't get tired of them. I will never get tired of Mick Foley versus Randy Orton in 2004. I can watch that hardcore match all the freaking time. I can watch their, promos all the freaking time. I can't do that with Cena and Orton because WWE has gotten so repetitive with it and done literally nothing with them but just have them fight each other over and over and over and over again. And we, as the viewing audience, is supposed to accept this as a great rivalry because we're told to. That's all we got. Again, I'm not hating on these guys for their matches. Their matches, again, most of them are decent. Most of them were decent. The Royal Rumble match was terrible. Some were terrible, yes. I think their SummerSlam 2007 match was actually pretty freaking bad. Well, no, not 2007. That one was okay. The 2009 match was terrible. That one was bad. Boo-boo. And their only great match was their Iron Man match, honestly. They've had good matches, but what have we taken away from this feud? Can I honestly say Randy Orton made Cena? Can I honestly say Cena made Randy Orton? No. No, I really can't say anything about that. I think both of them actually got themselves made in other feuds. And honestly, I don't know how this will be received, but for real, if I were to take away all of the Cena and Orton matches, would that affect history at all? No. Cena would just be a 5-time, 7-time champion, and Randy Orton would just be a 6-time champion. I can't say that about Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. Their feud led to the Montreal Screwjob, and it changed the business, I can't say that about Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Their feud made 3 WrestleManias, or at least made 3 WrestleManias awesome. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that about Shawn Michaels and Taker, or Dusty Rhodes and Billy Graham, or Macho Man and Hulk Hogan. I can't say that. Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan. I can't say that if those feuds were to never happen, that the wrestling business would be where it is now. Those are what I call epic feuds. Randy Orton and Cena is not an epic feud. It doesn't feel like an epic feud. It feels like a feud that is just overrated. That's not Cena and Orton's fault. That's WWE's fault. And the fact that WWE is overrating it is making fans not like it anymore. And to most of you fans, and some of you fans are really getting on my nerves with this argument. Well, the feud made money. Okay, so Santino Marella and freaking Fandango, if that makes money, then that's an epic feud too, because I guarantee you that's making money. Because any feud on TV makes money, right? That business-minded mentality really ticks me off. It's an excuse that's really gotten old. We need to start reevaluating what's going on here, guys, okay? So here's my thing. If this is truly the end of Cena versus Orton, you know what? Let this be it. It won't be it because they have to fight each other at the Elimination Chamber. But again, if this is the last time they will face each other face to face, good. Move on from this. The fans do not need to see this ever again. Ever again. The only time that I will probably, maybe not even then, but probably accept it, is if Cena turns heel and Randy Orton is the face. That's a different dynamic. That's a reason for it to happen again. That's an element of an epic rivalry that this feud can actually use. But WWE will never go down that route because they have told us that Cena will never turn heel. So honestly, this feud has no other reason to continue. Seriously, they've done every single match they could possibly do. Except Buried Alive or a casket match. It's not going to happen. They've done First Blood, I believe. Even if they didn't, they're not going to do it in the PG era. But they've done Iron Man. They've done Hell in a Cell. They've done Steel Cage. They've done Submission. They've done I Quit. They've done, Fatal 4-Ways, Triple Threats, Tag Teams, Singles, Special Guest Referees. What else do they need to do? There's nothing else to do. Let this be it. WWE, if you just seriously end this rivalry where it is right now, we can at least accept it as a decent rivalry. Nothing terrible. It's just a decent rivalry. That's all it can be seen as. Epic, no. If fans think it's epic, please tell me why. And if you use money, I'm not going to block you. I'm not going to go that far. I'm just not going to pay you any attention. Seriously. If I see business or money in some people's arguments, I'm just going to the side. I want real fan views on why this feud is epic. And until someone can convince me, I'm sorry, this feud is far from epic. And I'm happy and hoping that this ended this past Raw. It's time to move on. John Cena said it best. A changing of the guards needs to happen. But this is your boy, Deluxe Man, signing off. Please go watch my series, Confessions of a Disgruntled WWE Fan. You will not regret it. I'm signing out. See you later.